Hello.
I hurt myself.
Oh.
Just a little.
I'm sorry. Did you just...
It's okay.
Okay. Hi.
So, welcome back to Liz and Dan's review.
Reviews.
Liz
and Dan reviews.
So today we're reviewing Smiley.
From the last video that was said we should either watch that or something else.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other one.
But we watched Smiley.
It was... Yeah.
Yeah.
Smiley. It was so scary I couldn't watch it.
That's not the truth. You're lying. I never hit her. Well, anyway, so Smiley was made by a YouTuber group. I remember Michael Gallagher is the name of the guy who directed it. Their channel is like Totally Sketch or something like that. And he, I guess, made a movie. And it was, I remember, a big thing, because it's like, it's a YouTuber making a movie.
With Shane Dawson.
If it were a good movie,
Tobuscus.
that would be something. Oh yeah, Shane Dawson.
Tobuscus.
Shane Dawson, Tobuscus, and probably random other YouTubers. I didn't really...
I don't think there was any other YouTubers besides those two.
And then Keith David.
Who?
The cop guy. Accelerate your life.
Wait, the dude from...
Are you ready?
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
Does the voice of the voodoo guy, my favorite guy. Yeah, even he was just, he kind of seemed like when he did this, it was just like, stupid.
Well, I liked how...
I'm fed up already.
I liked how he reacted to like her story, because she was
He's
so
just like,
crazy.
well,
He's like,
you should see a psychiatrist.
you wasted our time. And that's when we were watching, it was like, man, his mouth is huge. Like,
He's very animated, if you've seen him. He's very animated. I love
huge head and
big mouth. He's just so cool. I actually like him.
He was in the Riddick movies, the first two.
Never seen the Riddick movies. So the story goes... I don't know, I'm taking a drink. So.
Oh, well, you go on this website that's like a chat roulette kind of thing, and then if you
kind of like Omegle.
Kind of like Omegle. Omegle or chat roulette, one of the two. They both do the video thing. And...
Sorry, I didn't catch
chat roulette.
Okay, sorry, never heard of it. Anyway.
And if you type in...
I did it for the lulz.
I did it for the lulz, which is the most retarded thing in the world. If you type in I did it for the lulz, when you're talking with somebody, on the other end, that person you're talking to will get killed by Smiley. And so on and so forth. So that kind of... like, it follows this main character who... goes to a party and the guys do it and she's like, is that for real? And they're like, nobody knows, we think it's a joke.
The thing that really irritated me...
It's hard to talk about seriously.
There's no way I can do it seriously. You gotta be stupid about it because it's a stupid fucking movie.
Yeah.
What pissed me off was, like, I mean, the beginning of this is all like, kind of like, what's that movie? The Ring? A little bit?
Yeah, it's
in
like,
the sense where they're talking about it, type of thing.
Have
like,
you heard of this thing?
Wasn't it a babysitter? Like a babysitter and a girl, or some girl were talking about this, and then she goes home and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get on chat and do some sexy things and whatever." She's got some dumbass opera playing in the background because that makes sense. And then they cut to where the blonde chick's going to the party, and it's the same fucking scene you saw.
Just from
in the
fucking
it's just. I just thought that was really stupid, personally, because it was just like, what? Wait, I just saw this. I'm confused. Did we go back in time? Did we go forward? What happened?
Well, obviously, we went back in time.
Well, I'm just saying. It just didn't make sense to me. It just seemed like something they didn't need to put in there.
Yeah.
It just seemed a little redundant. Like, I already seen her die once. Do I need to see it again?
Well, they did it for the lulz, Liz.
Who says that?
I don't know. It was just whenever they explained it, it's just like, yeah, you go on this site and you type in, you did it for the lulz 3 times. Or 5 times. I can't remember how. It was 3. It was kind of like a Bloody Mary kind of thing, but not really. And it was just like, that's so stupid. Why would there be, like,
And the thing is it ended like a Scream movie.
Yeah, it had that kind of, like, motive and everything.
Yeah.
And reveal.
Oh, it was so cool. We did it.
I don't know.
Smiley will be the new Halloween mask.
Okay, well, the whole horror aspect of this movie,
There's
which
no
is it's not a
horror.
horror movie, but like this movie purely relies on jump scares, and half of them are false scares, where it's like it's just a friend or whatever.
Oh yeah, walking around the corner. Oh god.
Yeah, it's literally every 5 seconds it's somebody going, "Hey!" and it's like,
music plays.
That's all. Like that's well over half the scares of the movie at least. Like, and none of them really got me. Like they're all just
only 2, but I don't know. I think it might have been because I was dozing, and so it was a loud sound, and it woke me up.
Yeah.
Like nothing really scared me. It was just like, oh, it's a surprise.
Yeah, somebody's walking around a room. Serious music is playing, and hey, I forgot my homework here. I'll be right back. Hey.
You already made me jump once.
Oh, did I actually make you jump? I'm sorry. Hey! But that's what the movie is. And after the eighth time it happens, I'm like, okay, this movie is just horrible. That's not a
jump scares aren't scary.
Yeah.
They're not.
I mean, and the thing is, Smiley looks cool. Like the actual Smiley, kind of like it has a cool
the
design.
one without the mask on?
Yeah, like it actually has a cool design. So I think you could build actual tense scares.
He was creepy when they actually showed him.
Yeah.
Like he had a creepy atmosphere about him, but when you could easily tell which was real.
Yeah, they completely misused it. I think they completely misused the entire thing. Like the entire
it was not
the
done
concept
well.
and the way it all plays out it's just not satisfying at all.
Also, it kind of doesn't help when you have bad actors with bad dialogue.
Yeah,
shitty ass fucking dialogue and people I just don't respect at all. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, this is just terrible.
I liked the teacher guy for a good
he was the other legitimate actor.
Yeah,
I forgot about him.
He was in
Hostel Part 2. He gets his dick cut off.
And he was in what's it called? The Producers. He was the gay guy who was like
Producers. He was in the remake of. Well, this is helpful. Stepford Wives, that's what it was. He was in that, but it was like
Matthew Broderick movie.
He was the gay couple. Well, shocking, I guess. I don't know.
If he's in a Matthew Broderick movie, he has to be a gay guy.
I don't fucking know. He plays 2 gay guys.
But I liked his character and I liked some of the dialogue they wrote from him. But when they had that scene with him in his office, he was just like getting so serious.
I didn't understand a lot of that scene because I started to space out.
Well, that
halfway through the talk.
You were talking about the camera angles and that, like it had some.
Oh my god!
Wasn't it? Like, it was really close up, but also they had some wonky shots in there every once in a while.
It was really bad camera, and I'm not even like someone to point that out. That's him, not me.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it, going, "This is terrible." Like even I could do something better than this, and I'm not a camera guy. Like
I don't know if the director of photography was the guy who does their YouTube stuff, or if it's an actual guy who knows what he's doing, but like some of the angles were kind of wonky.
So weird. But like the thing also is it seems like this movie liked to try to is it this guy? It's the Scream thing. I think that's the same thing with the Scream. Did they do that? Who done it? Like, oh, you think it's the teacher for a little bit because he's acting kind of weird and offering this girl drinking stuff and.
Yeah, I didn't really know his motivation at all because I was like, is he trying to hit on her?
He seemed like he
seems very bored with his job,
didn't he?
I can't remember.
Like when she's like, "Oh, can I have all my work like ahead of time?" kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "You don't have to come on to me."
Oh yeah.
It's like
he was playing that card. It's been a while since we've seen the movie.
Well, I remember a little bit of it, but I'm not gonna rewatch it to do a fucking review. Because, my God, I'd shoot myself first.
We hated it when it was done.
I didn't want to see it again. I don't know their motive, but the concept is it seemed like 4 or 5 different movies like clashed into one, and it just didn't work.
With none of the actual like good things from those movies.
Well, the thing is, I've never seen the whole like Cry Wolf thing. I think it's Cry Wolf. I'm so unsure of that. Where it's just like if you resend this spam letter.
Oh yeah, across that college campus one. I think we talked about it a little bit. The guy with the orange mask.
Yeah. Like, it's that concept of if you do this something happens kind of thing. I mean, that's been done multiple times, but better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah, any kind of, like, good horror movie generally likes to... They can take kind of topical things and topical fears or something like that. Some people fear technology and the internet, so you're taking that fear and translating it to a horror movie. But, like, this did not do it well at all. Like,
well, I don't know if were they going for the scared of the internet type of thing?
Well, I mean, just, like, a lot of horror movies kind of do that. Yeah, no, it's just like horror movies do that. Like Children of the Corn kind of takes that fear of children and. Yeah.
It's the fear of being out of control. I think for that one of just like all the fucking adults are gone, fucking left because of the kids.
Or The Exorcist, where that's kind of...
That's out of your fucking hands at that point, so yeah.
But I mean, so it's like...
fear of spiders.
Yeah, a good horror movie can kind of take a fear and translate it to kind of something more abstract and actually kind of play on your fear of that. So some people might not have a... Like, you're afraid of what the internet might potentially become kind of thing. Like, you lose that, like you said, lose control of that power at some point.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So it's just that basic fear of it. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I don't have that fear. It's just like...
No, I
didn't see what the movie was really trying to do outside of trying to be a whodunit sort of thing that...
A terrible remake of Scream.
Kind of.
Scream was already, like, making fun of itself anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it lacked, like, if it's trying to be kind of like Scream, it lacks it completely misses the point if it's trying to do that, which it was kind of trying to do that.
A little bit.
But, like, the thing I like about Scream is the whodunit factor, but also the interaction between Sidney and Ghostface. No matter, even though it's a different killer each time, she's always talking to him on the phone. There's always that interaction and familiarity that I really like about it. Mm-hmm. And he's an interesting character. Smiley, there is absolutely nothing outside of the fact that he kills people. There is no interaction, like...
I mean, he interacted with her a little bit, but that was a to be or not to be a fucking, like, was that a dream? Was she just drugged? Like, who knows?
So, I mean, that was the most interaction they ever really had together, and it was just like...
And that was just crawling in bed or being in her face or some shit, and then, like, was that really Smiley? And that's the thing, is, like, that's the ending they come up with, too, is, like... Is he really not, does he not exist, or is he real? And it's just like, that's how you're gonna leave this movie? Really? Alright.
Yeah, tried to be clever and didn't quite succeed. But, I actually, the only, like, silver lining in this movie, I thought the actress girl who played the main character was decent. She wasn't horrible. Like, she was, I mean, of all the other YouTubers and everything, like, I thought Tobescus was alright.
But, he played a moron.
And Shane Dawson was alright as well. I didn't think he was horrible.
I don't like Shane
At the end, I didn't like him, but because it's like, I'm a cocky asshole now. But
something he isn't in life. I don't know.
But I thought she was decent. Like, I don't think she's a YouTuber, but...
I don't think she is either. I think she's like a small, like, kind of, she does indie stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. The dialogue pissed me off. Like, it was just terrible writing. And that just kills the actors because that's what they're reading. Yeah. And it's just like, even the guys who are, besides, I mean, the dude, whatever you said his name
Keith
was.
David?
Sure. Besides him.
He was pretty good.
Where it's like, you need to see a psychiatrist. She goes, I heard he am. He goes, well, that fucking sucks. Like, your psychiatrist blows. That's true. But I mean...
He did all right with the dialogue.
Yeah, because he knew what to do with it.
And the teacher was pretty good too until a couple...
But the rest of them just kind of read it off like, alright, this is what I'm supposed to say, let me just say it, and it just sounds stupid.
And the writing just wasn't good, so it doesn't sound...
It doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
I have nothing more to say about this movie.
So obviously we loved it, we gave it 10 across the board.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10
Alright,
Arizonas.
so what would you like to give the Smiley?
My rating?
I think I have my rating.
Oh.
I think.
Well, give yours, because I don't even know what
we do out of 10, so...
Are we doing it out of 10?
We generally do out of 10.
Okay, 10.
Out of 10. I think I want to give it a 2.
2.
2 out of 10. That's pretty damn low. But it really annoyed me, because if it's a horror movie, even if it's just a jump scare, the jump scares have to be good. And they weren't good. They weren't getting me at all.
Yeah, I can see that. Because, like, there's jump scares in horror movies all the time.
Yeah, and they could be done well, but...
But, I mean, and there's always that one of someone walking around a corner, you're not expecting it, boom, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you get one of those in a movie.
I was going to say, it's not solely based off of that, and that's...
That's all it was.
That's really annoying, because it stops being scary. It stops surprising you. Unless you start drifting off to sleep like I do. And then you wake up and startle again.
I think they tried one legitimate creepy, scary thing, and it was when Smiley's hovering, kind of like standing over and the blood's dripping down. That creeped me a little bit.
That
was kind of cool, but that was the only thing in the movie.
That was the only one that got me, too.
That was probably one of the longest shots he was in, too.
That was when she was, like, drugged and in the bedroom, though, wasn't it? Or was that a dream?
I think that was a different point, yeah. I think she was still dreaming.
But, I mean, like, that's the only one that woke me up enough to look at his face and go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell just happened? I don't know. I'm probably going to give it a 1.5. I'll go lower than him because I was just not... I wasn't interested in the movie when I first saw it, but I thought I'd give it a chance just because...
I always wanted to check it out because I thought it
looked decently interesting, and I'd always seen trailers for it, and the trailer looks great.
And
it's a fucking lie.
Yeah. Smiley looked great.
Yeah,
on the poster. I was like, oh,
he's the only thing that looks interesting.
And they didn't show him enough.
It just like, his character, Smiley, reminds me of Chrome Face a lot.
Except for you see a lot of Chrome Face.
Well, yeah, but
they show him a lot.
Either way, it's just that, like, interest still. It's still interesting to me, but also Chrome Face kills in...
Or Chrome Skull?
Is it Chrome Skull?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I haven't seen Blade to Rest in a while.
One of the reasons why I like those movies...
They're fucking brutal.
They are horribly violent.
So violent, it's awesome.
And, like...
Love it.
We haven't watched many movies like that in a while, where it's just a violent movie. We're watching Game of Thrones right now. That's pretty damn violent, but...
We just saw violence. Someone got poured on.
Yeah. But, like,
I'm trying to think of... Are we talking recently?
No, I'm just saying in a while we haven't seen a movie that's, like, really gory and just...
Flat out, I don't give a fuck, let me cut people? Yeah, I don't think
I think we might have watched them all at this point. It just feels like we've watched all the...
No, you haven't seen Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
No, I'm not going to show it. But I'm not going to show it to you.
But
I feel like getting rid of my copy anyway. Yeah. So if anyone wants it, no, I'm not going to send it to you.
Fuck you.
It's a lot of money.
Anyways, so yeah, that's what we thought of Smiley.
1.5.
Yeah.
And just general.
Thank you for watching Liz and Dan's review.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time where we will be reviewing a different movie.
God knows what.
Something that we've seen.
We have a ton of movies we've seen.
Try to leave better questions. We want a good question. Try to stray from the what's the worst movie you've seen? What are your thoughts on this movie?
The Room.
Because generally the thoughts in the room. But you've seen it so many times. But like generally when it comes to what are your thoughts on this movie, it generally turns into like a review essentially, so kind of defeats the purpose of the question.
It also defeats the purpose of reviewing it as its own thing. So we can actually go into like detail.
Yeah.
Of what we really think of it, not just like snippet 5 done, okay, out.
Yeah, it's warm in here.
It's really disgusting, like uncomfortable in here right now.
I'm all sticky, and I'm not wearing pants.
Wow. All right. Well, he did pantless, and I did shorts.
You're wearing shorts.
Yeah. You can't see that though.
Alrighty. Well.
Well, this was weird.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. My eyeballs.
What happened with your eyeballs?
No, I was just staring and it hurt my eyes.
Don't hurt your eyes. I love your eyes. Use them to see.
Yes, I do.
They're still here. This is all.
There wasn't a video now. Kiss.